Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here and it's time for me to unwrap book 2 in Around the World in 2 weeks. I can't wait to see what's in this one and to unwrap my little goodies that I've got from Janet. So let's dive straight in. So book 2 is The Strawberry Girl by Lisa Strom. I've had this one for quite a while and I'm really excited about this one. It's set in the summer of 1893 in a Norwegian fishing village, and it says that Asgestrand is preparing for the arrival of well-to-do guests and bohemian artists from the city. Local girl Joanne Lien dutifully gathers berries for tourists and poses barefoot for painters as the Strawberry Girl. When Joanne becomes a maid for the wealthy Ilan family, their wayward daughter Tulik recruits her as a go-between in her pursuit for the controversial painter Edvard Munch. Before long, Joanne is drawn into a raw emotion of Munch's art and his secret liaison with Tulik. But when she is asked to hide more than secrets, Joanne must decide whether to take the risk. And what is amazing in here is the end papers are phenomenal. I just think that is so beautiful. And it's the same at the back. So I think this is... this story brings alive the tumultuous love affair that inspired The Scream, one of the most famous paintings of all time, in a vivid and bewitching story of innocence, creativity and desire. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm really looking forward to this. So I'm going to now open my parcels that go with Norway. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is unwrap my explanation. But I'm not going to look at it because it will spoil me for the gifts, but it gives me a bit of an explanation of why they were picked. And Janet has sent me 3 beautiful parcels, so I'm going to start with this one, which is all soft. She's done, such a beautiful job. This is, wow, this is a beautiful bag, and it says, "Life is short, smile while you have teeth." So I'm looking forward to finding out about that one. That's brilliant. Then I'm going to have a look. Oh, and then she has got me some troll pencils. So I know somebody who might steal these off me, but I think trolls are a Norwegian thing, so I will find out in a minute. And then finally, what is in here? Some little mini sticky notes which look beautiful, which say I'm so freaking organised. Well, Janet, as you know, you joke all the time, I am super duper organised, and these are really sweet. They've got some really good parts in there, so I love those. Thank you, Janet. Let's find out her reasoning behind picking these bits. So it says the name Norway comes from the Old English word Norweg, mentioned in 880, meaning the northern way or way leading to the north. Norway has a population of 5,258,317. The country has the 4th highest per capita income in the world on the World Bank and IMF lists. Since 2009, Norway has the highest Human Development Index ranking in the world. Norway ranks first on the World Happiness Report. So that must be why I got my smile bag, because they are the world's happiest. I know that trolls definitely are a Norwegian thing, and this must be something to do with organised maybe, or yeah, being happy. I'm not sure about those, or maybe they're just by a, no, they're not a Norwegian brand, so I'm interested about this one. And on the back, okay, so the troll pencils and the tote we knew, and these are Happy Jackson sticky notes. So inside, they're made by a company called Happy Jackson, and they're things like love and yay and awesome and whoa and happy days. So she's done a really good job with that. That's really lovely. So I shall be definitely using those because I'm always using sticky notes. So I will check back in with you late tomorrow when I have finished The Strawberry Girl and give you my review. So you will see that now. Hi there, so it's now a couple of days later and I've just finished The Strawberry Girl. Now, this is a prime example, I feel, of a book where about 30 to 40 pages in, I was a bit like, this is a bit dull, I'm not going to enjoy this, I'm going to DNF it. And then I forced myself, and normally I wouldn't bother, but I thought, right, I'm going to give it a good shot. And I forced myself to sit down for an hour and just read. And after that, I really got moving with the story and much more interested in it. Now, it did end up only being a 3-star read for me, which means it was okay, but not my favourite. But I'm really pleased that I read it. It was just something a little bit different for me. It was the story of Edvard Munch, who is an artist. Now, art isn't my thing. I'm not a big into art appreciation. I don't really, you know, I'm not really into art. And so I didn't know much. I mean, I knew Edvard Munch did The Scream, but that's about it. And this is the story of a little small town in Norway where all of the artists go on sort of summer retreats with or without their families to paint because it's beautiful. And we're following our Strawberry Girl, who was painted in one of the artists' paintings. It's in 1893. And her name is Joanne, and she has been told by her mother, normally she picks strawberries and other fruit and sells them at the market. They rented out their house to a painter, and she's been told that she's got to go and work for one of these sort of rich Norwegian families that have come for the summer. And she becomes friendly with the young lady of the house, one of the 3 daughters, Tulik, who is 20 and who is infatuated by Edvard Munch, who is charismatic but strange and a bit elusive, and she falls passionately for him, and Joanne becomes embroiled in sort of helping them in their affair. I won't say any more than that, but I found it very interesting in terms of art. I enjoyed looking up the paintings. There is a list of the paintings mentioned at the back, and I looked them up so I could sort of see what they were like as I went through. I don't know, I just felt the art scene wasn't for me. I found it a little bit pretentious and weird, and the bohemian lifestyle I can't relate to. But Joanne's story I thought was really interesting, and so I did enjoy it in the end, and I ended up giving it 3 stars because I enjoyed it. It was better than I was expecting. It was very sort of slow moving. There wasn't a fast pace, but it was interesting enough to want me to sort of keep reading. So I gave this one 3 stars. So that is book 2 down. So I've done 2 countries, 2 books, and check in a couple of days to find out what the next one is. Bye for now, BookTube.